welcome to my channel again. Here we have another date to pencil into our calendar as we approach the last quarter of the year, as we will be having the most exciting launches that many buyers have been waiting for. Yes, Zyon Grand will finally be previewing this October, with the preview tentatively starting on 17th October. Integrated projects usually come with lots of hype, so today we shall run through Zyon Grand in detail and see if it's worth considering. Today we will run through an intro of the project as well as quick fire through of the fact sheet. Then we'll talk about why Zyon Grand will stand out, both literally and figuratively. After which we will run through the potential pricing of the project, and we will then talk about reasons why as a buyer you should be concerned about this development. Lastly, we will go through the floor plans for the project. Now to the project facts. Zyon Grand, as the name suggests, is located along Zyon Road. It is also at an intersection which also includes Havelock Road and Kim Seng Road. It is a location that can enjoy the best of three worlds. First, having massive convenience being a 5 to 6 minute walk to Great World City, as well as Zyon Riverside Food Centre. For the most upscale dining, Robertson Quay is also within a close proximity. And of course, if you prefer the more rustic fare, Tiong Bahru is just a few minutes drive away. If you enjoy your evening walks or runs, it is also nice that Singapore River and the Park Connector is right around the corner. Not only is the project near MRT, Zyon Grand will be in fact directly integrated with Havelock MRT itself. Imagine just going downstairs of your condo and being able to take a train quickly to areas like Outram Park, Orchard or Marina Bay within a short notice. In terms of school, we have River Valley Primary within 1 kilometer, so other schools as well. They are within the 1 to 2 km, such as Alexandra Primary, Tangta Primary, Cantonment Primary as well as Tota. Now we'll run through the fact sheet. This will be a joint venture between CDL and Mitsui Fudosan. It will consist of 2 blocks of 62 stories and also 1 tower of 36 stories, service apartments and restaurants, supermarket and early childhood development center. The expected vacant possession will be 2032. In total, we will have 706 residential units and 373 service apartments. There will be 595 car park lots, which 565 lots are reserved for the residential. The developers need no introduction as they have a really good track record. Firstly, we have CDL. They've recently done Irwell Hill and Boulevard 88. Next, Mitsui Fudosan. They have partnered the CDL group for projects before, but I believe they will also add more value, having developed also luxury developments in Tokyo and New York. This is the site plan of the project. At first glance, we can already tell that this site plan was very fully planned. With a good land size of 164,000 square feet, the developers have made sure to space out the blocks such that they don't face each other directly. And this will eventually help to maximize the views of the development. We can see that a lot of the land size has been dedicated to landscaping and facilities, and it also comes with a tennis/pickleball court. In terms of views, we have the north view, which overlooks Orchard and the Great World area. But take note that because Promenade Peak is in front of the land plot, the north view will be partially blocked. Next, we have the south view, which would get some potentially nice sea views, also overlooking towards the CBD area. Now we talk about the unit mix. We have 1 plus study all the way to 5 bedroom supreme as well as the penthouse unit. We have quite a number of 2 plus study, 118 units, as well as the 3 bedroom deluxe, also 118 units. Whereas the 3 plus study, we also have 116. The remaining units are lesser, especially from the 4 bedroom premium onwards, whereby the 4 premium and supreme, we only have 40 units each. Then the 4 supreme plus study, only 18, and then the 5 bedroom premium, only 18 units as well. Also do note that Zyon Grand is a GFA harmonized plot, so you can see that the estimated floor area on paper it looks lesser because it doesn't include the aircon ledges. Now we'll talk about why Zyon Grand will stand out in the vicinity, and we'll also see whether this is necessarily a good thing. Firstly, the developer has brought in a renowned concept architect, Nikon Seke, to work on Zyon Grand. They have launched many successful projects internationally, such as Tokyo Skytree in Japan, One Bible in Dubai. The concept architect will be bringing in an interesting design concept, with the towers inspired from the petal-like form of orchids as well as Japanese flower arrangement style called the ikebana. Here are some artist impressions of the towers with this design concept. So here we have an impression of the 2 towers of 62-story residential and also 1 tower of service apartments. Here are some of the impressions of the facilities with the main pool area and also the gym. These are the appliances that Zyon Grand will be providing for their unit. As you can see, they are bringing out the top tier brands such as Vizuk, Liver and Didrich. They will also be bringing in custom-made Italian imported wardrobe from Kakaro. Now let's talk about the service apartment element. This land bid raised a lot of eyebrows when CDL won the bid back in April 2024. Not just because they won the plot at the relatively low land bid, but also that this parcel was actually going to be the first to pilot a service apartment element with a minimum stay of 3 months. So for Zyon Grand, it will be classified as a service apartment 2 or SA2 for short. The difference between both would mainly be that SA2 status will require a minimum stay of 3 months and not necessarily needing to be a fully self-contained unit, but minimally having an ensuite bathroom. Whereas the usual SA status has a minimum stay requirement of only 7 days, but the apartments have to be fully self-contained unit with a kitchenette and a toilet. Well, the big question is that if you are buying Zyon Grand for yourself, should all these matter to you anyway? Do watch out till the end of the video and we will share more. Now let's talk about the really important topic, what will likely be the price range of Zyon Grand. A good case study will be the Promenade Peak, which launched next to Zyon Grand recently. All Green had acquired the land plot for 1304 PSF per plot ratio, and the transactions there range from 2688, averaging 2965 PSF and going up to as high as 2520 PSF. CDL and Mitsui acquired the land plot for 1202 PSF, $102 PSF lower than Promenade Peak. Just going by land pricing, it does seem to suggest that if CDL does want to launch slightly lower than Promenade Peak, they may have a margin to do so. If so, would you possibly see prices starting from as low as even 2500 PSF? Personally, I don't think the land pricing tells the full story. With Zyon Grand being so convenient, being integrated, and also with more complexities such as the MRT integration, it will seem more likely that the developer will have to account for all these in their pricing. In general, for recent projects such as Parktown Residences in Tampines, we do see that developers do price a slight premium for integrated development. So we will have to wait for the official guide pricing to come out. But I think it's quite safe to use 3000 PSF as an average guide if we are doing calculations for now. Now let's talk about some of the reasons why buyers might be concerned about Zyon Grand. We seem to have the impression that Zyon Grand is actually District 9, core central zoning, especially being so close to Great World City. However, technically speaking, Zyon Grand is in District 3 in an RCR locality instead. Personally, from my own stay perspective, I don't think this will have a very big impact on my decision to buy. At the end of the day, it's pretty much a similar location to other CCR zone condos such as Centennial Suites or Trillium, yet I will get to enjoy the convenience of being integrated. But what about an investment perspective? Does it matter? Let's examine a recent launch in this nearby vicinity called Riviere. Riviere was actually launched a few years back before COVID. For those who may not know, this is formerly where Zouk was located. Initially, when it was launched, some buyers also had concerns paying the River Valley price tag, yet when it comes to D3 RCR zoning. But yet in the resale market, we do see healthy profits from the project so far. Zyon Grand actually has similar characteristics to Riviere, 99 years, District 3 and RCR, with service apartments. So will it be the same story? Only time will tell. The next concern that will come across a lot of buyers' minds, Zyon Grand will be 99 years, but there are also a lot of resale alternatives nearby that are freehold, such as Tribeca, Mirage Tower, Centennial Suites, Trillium and also Cosmopolitan. 99 years versus freehold is a very big topic with many different factors to consider. But in general, a key factor to consider is the price gap. Let's take a 3-bedroom premium at Zyon Grand as an example. 1055 square feet. If you use 3000 PSF as a guide, it would cost 3.165 million. This quantum actually sounds pretty attractive to stay in a decent sized 3-bedroom in such a prime location. But how does it compare with the freehold neighbours nearby? Popular freehold projects in the vicinity such as Trillium, Cosmopolitan and Rivergate have their 3 bedrooms transacting with quantums from 3.78 million, 4.475 million and as high as 4.95 million. If we take a 3-bedroom at Zyon Grand at 3.165 million, that's actually a very comfortable price cushion compared to the freehold projects, with the gap going at 600k to even as high as 1.785 mil. The third concern buyers may have will be that the service apartments within Zyon Grand may in fact act as a competition to the residential units in the future. From my experience in rental, it's likely that the tenants who are looking at the residential units at Zyon Grand will be looking at least a 1 to 2 years lease. The service apartments will likely cater to those profiles who are in SG but not for long term or perhaps project based. So now we will run through some of the floor plans for Zyon Grand. We will just run through the show units for now, so if you need access to the full floor plan brochure, please feel free to DM me. So for this, we have the 2+ study at 721 square feet. As mentioned, this is GFA harmonized, so the aircon ledges are not part of the floor area. This is a very efficient dumbbell layout. Both bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms, and you also have a tucked-in kitchen, and also the study, it is near the entrance area. And then for the 3+ study, this is 1076 square feet. We have one bedroom, one of the common rooms at one corner, whereas the other 2 bedrooms are at the other side of the living and dining, as well as a WC at the kitchen area. So all the bathrooms come with windows to allow natural ventilation. Then we have the 4-bedroom Supreme with private lift. This is 1518 square feet. Anything 4-bedroom up will have a private lift. It has a dry and wet kitchen, and then the living and dining has a 5.5 meter wide frontage to maximize the view all the way towards the south. It also has a kitchen with a proper utility and yard. So the master has a walk-in wardrobe, and they also make provision for a space whereby you can actually put a dresser there. Once again, thank you for watching till the end of this video. If you found this useful, do remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I've also left my WhatsApp contact via QR code if you would like to DM me for a deeper analysis, or if you want the latest information regarding this project or other projects. See you next time. Bye bye.